Hello, welcome to TRS-80 Retro Programming. Thank you for joining me. Um, I'm on I'm on the VCC platform right now, and I just want to take a quick look at what it says here. Extended Color Basic 2.0, Corporation, I'm not sure what that means, COPR, copyright it must be. They shorten copyright. I don't know why they would do that, but no, it's not copyright either. I'm not sure what that means. COPR? No idea. 1982, 1986 by Tandy, under license from Microsoft and Microware Systems Corporation. So I guess that's corporation. I don't know why they put it twice, but so Microsoft has conjoined, for a lack of a better word, with Microware, who I'm not familiar with. And we have the original copyright date of 1982, which is used on the Color Computer 1.2. And then we have an updated 1986 here. So we're getting closer towards the 1990s. And apparently, the Color Computer 3 must have come about around 1986. I'm not sure when it was released, but that's only 4 years from 1990. And if it phased out in the early 90s, that's probably about right. What I don't have right now is Disk Basic. Okay, I'm in the process of upgrading to Disk Basic and mounting the disk drive, but I'm not there yet. Once I do that, I'm not going to be using Color Computer 1 and 2 emulators anymore. Due to the backwards compatibility, I will be able to transfer my programs onto this platform, and as I learn the rest of the Color Computer 3, I got through most of the manual, but I stopped, and this was several months ago. I don't even remember. I got through, like around 80% of the manual. Then I just stopped because I didn't have disk support. So I know about the H screens and everything like that, and I stopped right around there. So, to make a long story short, I just want to show you a program that I was working on. And the thing is, I have to watch a video to learn how to mount the drive and upgrade to Disk Basic, and then I'm going to be shifting over. I haven't had time to watch it. I'm working on a lot of things right now, but I'm going to do that. And then once I do that, I have to finish the manual and see what I can do about getting the palettes right and things like that. Because right now I can only do it up to 9 colors. And that's about it. And I don't know. And if anyone watching here wants to chime in, I'm going to be using H Screen 1 primarily, and that's it. In terms of the upgraded graphics. But on the other hand, I'm going to be using H Screen 1, and like I've only used the P mode low res basically. I'm just going to be using either low res, like I've been doing, and then as I learn the high res H Screen 1, I'll be doing those kind of graphics, hopefully. But I have a question here. H Screen 1, I'm imagining that for P-copy purposes, it's divided into 4 sections. I'm just guessing because high res on the regular Color Computer which I barely ever used, was 4 pages per screen. Okay, so I'm assuming that it's the same. I'm going to get 4 pages on screen 1 per screen. But the problem with the high-res regular CoCo was that you're limited to eight pages. If I'm limited to 8 pages on the 3, that I'm going to have a hard time working with that because I need at least 12. Wait, 4 times 3 is 12. There should be 16 pages. I hope if there are 16 pages in screen 1, I'll be fine. If pcopy works the same way. If we're limited to 8 pages, I'm not going to be able to do a whole heck of a lot. And I hope that isn't the case. But I'm going to have to look into the manual. If anybody's listening, go ahead and comment. The reason I'm making this video is that besides reading this up here, which I never fully read, I knew Microware. I don't know who they are. Maybe someone can fill that in too. But the reason I'm making this video is because I want to show you a program that I wrote earlier, and I'm going to load it from tape. So let's do that now. And hopefully, let's see here. It's called Sine. I guess it's already in use. Okay, apparently. So let's load this. And like I said, I'm still on tape. I don't have the disc mounted. I have no idea how to do that or get the disc basic. But I wrote this program called Sine. I'm going to list it. And all it really is what it does is it allows you to find an angle based on inverse sine. So normally when you use sine, if you look at this triangle up here, it's A over C and cosine is B over C. Okay, and when you sine when you sine an angle, it will give you the equivalent of A over C as a figure, usually a decimal. Okay, but when you use arcsine, which is the inverse of sine, so in mathematical terms, it would look like this. It would be sine to the -1, which is the inverse of sine. It is not the reciprocal of sine. The reciprocal of sine has parentheses around it, so don't confuse it with the reciprocal. This is the inverse of sine, okay? And there's a derived, it's not a function of this computer. The only function of this computer that has to do with trigonometry is the ATN function, and that is arctangent. Now this computer, I'm not sure about the 3, if it has any extended functions that are added on, but I'm talking in CoCo 1.2 terms right now. Okay. What I really need to do is have a viewer or someone send me a CoCo 3 manual, but I don't know if that is possible, but that would help me out. Otherwise, I'm going to have to try to source one out from who knows where. Maybe, I don't know how I could source out a manual, but I'm the type of person that needs in-print textbooks. I learned the whole color computer 1.2 with an e-textbook, and it wasn't a lot of fun. And I need for the 3, I'm gonna have to have a manual. I'm just gonna, if someone could send it to me, that would be great. I know that's asking a lot. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to try to find one on the internet. But for now, this computer does sine, cosine, tangent. Those are all functions, but that's it. It doesn't do cotangent, secant, or cosecant. And the only inverse function that's built in is the ATN, which is no, I forgot what it's called. Is it ATN? Am I making a mistake here? Yeah, ATN. That's arctangent. So that's the inverse tangent function. And from this function alone, you can derive arc sine, arc cosine, um, um, excuse me, arc tangent is already built in, arc cosine, I'm getting this mixed up here. The inverses of all of the trigonomet, I can't say it, all of the the 6 trigonometry inverses you can derive from this one. Okay, so I derived the inverse sine function, and I didn't do this by myself. It's in the back of the book. I have no idea where this comes from. If you look at line number 19, and my pointer is way off. I'm using Xbox screen capture, and it's really crappy. So if my pointer should be under line 19, I don't know. Look at line 19. I have arc. I shorten it down to arc S for arc sine equals, and then the formula is ATN parentheses x divided by the square root of negative x times x plus 1 parentheses. So it's x over the square root of negative x times x plus 1. I don't know where they got this from, but that in other terms, that's arc sine on this computer. So first I draw a picture of a right triangle, and we have sides A, B, C labeled, and angle A is labeled. That's it. And then I start my program by defining arc sine. Actually, I just start the program by converting radians to degrees, because this computer is only in radians. If you want degrees, you have to if you want to use degrees, then you have to convert. So there's different ways of doing it. It's like 57 point something degrees, but actually, if I run, I can't with this computer. If I could cursor up, go to line 12, modify it, run line 12, and then put it back, but we don't have cursor control. It's a nightmare. I can edit 12, and then I could put print, okay, this, and then right after that, end. So if I run 12, I have no idea why it printed 0. Oh my god. No, I didn't do it right. Let's edit 12 again. I gotta get rid of the print at the beginning. And then I have to print degrees. So we'll insert a question mark, degrees. So on this computer, if you list 12, question mark turns into a print statement. That's the only shortcut we have on this computer. It's ridiculous. We have nothing for list. Like on the Commodore, it would be L, comma, R comma for run and so on. We don't have any of those luxuries here. We have the question mark becomes print, and that's it. I think there might be one more. I don't even know what it is, but that's the deal with this computer. So that it's 57.32 and 48408. Okay, so 1 radian is equal to that amount of degrees. Okay, and there's 6.28 radians in the circle. So if I multiplied this by if I multiply 57.3248 408, if I multiply that by 6.28, we get 360 degrees. Okay, so that's how we know it's right. Now, if I edit line 12, I gotta get rid of all of the rest of this. I just kill that, and we're back to the way we started. Okay, so once we convert to degrees, we have our prompt and asks, and I have to fix line 15 and 16. I did a prior video, and it got screwed up. So I had to kill it. I had to what is going on here? I'm losing stuff here. What's going on here? There it goes. I had to scrap the video because it got all mixed up. I got way off on a little pun here on a tangent, and the video I ended up wasting like an hour of my day, and I don't like when that happens and stuff. So anyways, I'm gonna list this out. So I just changed to lowercase to match the side lengths that we get prompted for, and the inputs are correct. So once we're asked those side lengths, A over C is all it's asking, which is a regular sine. Okay, it asks for a sine. And you put in the A and C, and it will tell you what angle A is. Normally, if you use sine, like we did before, it'll return a decimal equivalent of A divided by C. So, for instance, if I put print sine 30, this is in radians. I'll just put print sine 1. It's going to give me a decimal equivalent of whatever A over C is. Okay? So let's list this back over again. So we have to let x equal A over C, because in the formula down here where the math is, it's in terms of x. Okay, if you don't do this, if you don't do these like subordinations, you'll never be able to fill this in unsubordinated. It would be just you save yourself a lot of trouble. And then once the program is done, it will, and I want to renumber this one more time, and put another print statement in there so it looks clean, and then it's going to print angle A in degrees. So let's run this real quick so I don't waste another hour here. So basically, we could put anything in here, all right? Let's say angle A is 15 feet, and I know one has to be smaller than the other. I really don't need this right now. I forgot which one has to be larger, so let me look in my book real quick. One of these is the hypotenuse has to be a lot bigger, so we're going to put 30 for the hypotenuse. So if then there's our answer. If we have a side of 15, a hypotenuse of 30, the angle is 30.02 degrees rounded to the two decimals. So that is how arc sine works. Um, Now, if you Jesus. Sorry about that. There's it also works for the other five functions of trigonometry. They all have inverses. A lot of them are seldom used. So if you look at a graphing calculator, and if I get mine out right now, or any scientific calculator, um, it's only gonna come with sine, cosine, and tangent, and the inverses of those. The rest of them, you can also graph and find, specifically, not the inverses, but cotangent, secant, cosecant. You can graph those on a graphing calculator, but you have to write them as reciprocals. The reciprocal identities, and the graphing calculator will graph tangents and secants and all that stuff. But it's not built in. You have to know your inverses. Um, that's it. If we were looking for a over b, we would use the arc tangent, and b over a would be arc cotangent. And the good thing about the inverses is that it gives you an angle. Like, you get tired of finding sides after a while. I mean, Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I mean, you can do that without trigonometry, okay? That's basic geometry. Um, this is a better use of trigonometry, in my opinion, because now we're finding missing angles. And if we don't know we know that a right triangle is always going to have a 90-degree angle here, and we know that A will be 90 minus B and vice versa. But if we don't know what B is, and we can find angle A by using this technique, and it's very handy. I think it's pretty great, and it's very useful. Um, and I running short on thoughts here. Uh, what is it called? Geez, I don't even know. Uh, it's a shortcut. Instead of measuring everything, you can just go 1, 2, 3, and you get your angle. If you're out in the field trying to survey something, or if you're doing, like computer science or whatever it is, you have to do things the easiest way, and this is the easiest way. So I'm gonna cut this off. I got a few new subscribers recently, but we topped off at 105, which is more than I ever expected. God, it's just been climbing, and it's kind of leveled out at 105. That's good. We have a lot of viewers that I can see on my YouTube management screen that are not subscribed. And so these are people that just watch the videos, but they don't bother to subscribe. So like that was me all the time. That's still me. I don't subscribe to anything, to be honest with you. I'm a repeat viewer, so I fall into that category, and that makes up 50% of the views, and the other 50% are people that are subscribed and they really want to see the next video. So. All right, I'm going to end it here. I am still working on Ulysses. I'm making progress there. It's almost ready to go up to the Tier City archive. I just have to finish it. Um, and the what's it called? That will go up there as soon as it's done, and I'll let you know, and you guys can play that. um, but I have to then I have to update to the 3 and start running things in double speed and see how much that helps with this big game, because it's so slow right now on TRS-80 that it's just dirt slow. It's like it's ridiculously slow. If I could double that, and then when I get my MLP copy subroutines, hopefully soon, and then I can incorporate that as well. So, Curtis, if you can get those to me as soon as possible, I want to use those and use them on the 1-2 platform, see how much faster it makes it. Then I'll transition everything over to the 3. So I'll probably send you another email. If you probably forgot or whatever. And I think that's about it. Yeah, that's it for now anyways. I really have to get going. I appreciate everyone's viewership. Any new people, go ahead and subscribe if you need to keep up with the videos. Otherwise, I'll see you guys back in a few days. Probably with a Ulysses update. And Tales of Suburbia, I'm trying to finish that. I am like 90% done. It's just really hard to do like all these things at once, you know. But I'm getting there. So hang in there, and I'll see everyone back in a few days, hopefully. Take care. Bye now.